Namaste, everyone. So 20 years ago, I was right here in the Silicon Valley interviewing for one of the biggest internet companies, and my mind was elsewhere. While I was interviewing, I was contemplating wearing a monk's dress, trying to figure out where I really belonged, what humanity's purpose was, what my life's purpose was. So I ended back in Nepal. And 3 weeks after I land back, the king and his entire family is shot and killed, apparently by the crown prince, and the whole country goes into a major violence. On the one side, there is the conservative monarchists, and on the other side, there is the hardcore extremist Maoists. So I retreated back to doing what I knew best, which was I knew technology. So I started a technology company. Fast forward a few years, I'm busy building a network of entrepreneurs starting from IT. And this network of entrepreneurs I was building was relevant to creating an entrepreneurial society, because our society was turning into a parasite society, because the economy, 1/3 of the economy is handled by youths who go out of the country. There are more than 4 million youths who send back money. So this kind of entrepreneurial society that was focused on more like equitable growth, transparency, integrity, these values we were putting in there and building a tribe. So this was my first foray into building tribes. So 10 years after I was contemplating wearing a monk's dress, I was actually wearing a woman's dress. I was protesting in front of the Prime Minister's residence with a bunch of activists, where for 108 days we were fighting to bring better, just laws against violence on women. So in time, we succeeded. Better gender-friendly laws were made, and in time, a new constitution that was more gender-friendly ensued. So 2 years ago, despite the constitution, the old political order was still there. The old political ideologies, the parties with political ideology were still in power. So what we did was, wearing the same hat, I was helping elect a 21-year young woman get elected to a mayor of the capital city of Nepal. And in a country where the median age at that time was only 22, so half the Nepalese were under 22. So we built a very stirring campaign. Unfortunately, because of the flawed electoral system, I believe we lost the elections, but we managed to win the hearts and minds of hundreds and thousands of our citizens. So now, today, what I do is I continue to help build a tribe of hackers, from youths to environmental activists to the spiritual people. We try to build a lot of tribes who are on 21st century relevant values. So I believe that a critical mass of 21st century relevant tribes are important if you want to fight a system that refuses to change itself, that has the old tribes in it. And this is very important for a country like Nepal, because Nepal is going through what I call an existential threat. And it's also a profound opportunity, mainly for 3 reasons. One, it's going to be in the center of the world. By center of the world, I mean it's going to be between China and India, which are going to be the 2 biggest economies of the world. Second, it's going to be in the center of the climate change. After the North Pole and the South Pole, the Himalayas are considered the 3rd pole. So it is a reservoir for almost 1 billion people. So what happens in Nepal really affects everywhere else. And the third reason is Nepal is actually the origin, is one of the origins of 2 of the major religions of the world. One is Hinduism and the other is Buddhism. So imagine Jerusalem and Mecca in a tiny region, and you understand what happens in Nepal really affects the world. So for any democratic state like Nepal, in order to be a high quality democracy, you need to simultaneously build accountable leadership and responsible citizens at the same time. And for that state, I call it a guru state needs to be made. So for that to happen, I believe right kind of tribes need to be built so that there's right culture and right institutions that can be formed to safeguard democracy. So ladies and gentlemen, I dare us all to imagine, especially those of you here who are wearing different hats, to come and build these 21st century relevant tribes and bring together so that we can help humanity become relevant in a world that is fast getting tired of us. Thank you.